Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut away the beginning.
Yeah, please do. Don't leave it like that. Oh God.
Okay, so hello everybody.
Hello.
My name is Christina, and I'm gonna start this series, conversations with magical people. And today Julia is here with me for this first time.
Hello.
Yes. So I have had this idea for many years to do this because I have so many amazing friends, and we have all these amazing conversations so many times, and I just want to share that and record it because it's really amazing. And about me, I see myself as a nomad in life. And I'm also working as a healer and a writer and making perfumes and hats, and so I guess an artist of life. Yes, and now doing this project, which is very exciting actually. And Julia is one of my really good friends. We have been on many adventures together. And had many magical conversations for sure.
I wish we had recorded them.
Yes.
That would be perfect.
Yes. I know. And it's an honor that you want to be here today.
Thank you for me. For me as well.
Yes. Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Okay.
If you want to.
Yes, sure. So, hello, my name is Julia, and I would say I shared a path with Bila for a long time of like being this artist of life, but it actually never stops. Only now my life is a little bit different. I'm a mother now. I have a daughter who is 2.5 years old, and that is my commitment, my job, mostly at the moment. Only now I will start again to work in a normal job for the first time, I have to say. Because before that I was only like working here and there, enjoying life, traveling, and so for me now life is becoming a more serious thing where I'm responsible not only for myself but for this little being, my daughter. And that is very magical, by the way. Yeah.
It's a new stage of life.
It's a new stage of life.
Yeah. How is that for you? Like, because you've always been such a free bird all over the world, and you have been focused on healing a lot in your life. Do you still find time for your healing work as a mother, or how is it?
It get much harder to find time to dedicate it to myself and for the healing, which is now more reduced to like the most necessary.
Yeah.
So for example, like a real life example, Ronja is sick, my daughter, so I will give her Reiki. And that helps. And then again, I'm always over and over surprised how magical that is. And also with myself, I don't find enough time for that, I have to say, these days, to just keep myself going a little further than the than the necessary. Meaning like, okay, I used to meditate every day 2 times. Now I maybe do it once a day. I used to do yoga almost every day. Now I do it like 2 times a week when I'm lucky. So So yeah, I don't know if that is enough, but it's okay. I have to deal with it.
And you did a lot of healing work before Ronja came to this earth
Yeah.
also. So, yes. I wanted to ask you, because I found it very interesting. For me, in my life, I value freedom the most. Freedom to be able to think how I want, speak how I want, go where I want. Freedom to stay if I want. But that is like my choice. To have this freedom to breathe, and yeah, this is what I value most in my life. What do you value? What is your value? Like, what is this drive that is like? Yeah.
Oh, I guess that changed a lot, because I used to share this idea about freedom and all the time do exactly what I want to do and where I want to do it. And I was following that path mostly over the past 10 years until, I mean, okay, maybe like until 8 years ago. And then the children's story started. So now I still value it, but it really, really changed. Freedom now means everyone is happy around me, because then it gives me the freedom that I can just be like, okay. And smaller things became freedom now. It's not the big journey to go there and stay there for a few months. It's more like the weekend that I have to myself sometimes, or just a morning, or just a moment. So that is now the freedom that I appreciate. And of course the freedom that it gives to me when Ronja is happy. Because then I'm happy. So yeah. So like, that changed now a lot.
So like when people are happy around you, it's a peace and harmony. So maybe this is something that goes first now.
Yeah, that goes first now. And I used to then maybe walk away back in the days. Oh, people around me are not in a good, energy, then I leave. Now it's like, okay, I have to take care of it, because this is my pack.
Yeah, that is really cool though.
That is,
a new experience, and so important to learn that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when we go away, it's not always like, oh, I don't want to be in this situation. It can also be like you're running away, actually. So now you stopped running from these things.
Yeah, because I can't. But it's good. Yeah, I think it's like that. I stopped running away. I'm forced to stop running away.
Yeah,
it's a pattern.
So if you could do anything in life, like there was no stopping, no like no hindrance in where you live, or it doesn't matter if you have 10 children or like anything, what would you, like, how do you see yourself?
Wow, okay, so if everything is possible, I would live on a beautiful land, in a little house, with my man and my 2 children. I'm a happy, fulfilled mother, making them happy all the time. But on this land, there are all my friends there also. But we are kind of independent. Everyone lives their lives in their beautiful houses by the water, and we have this communal space where we can share whatever we want to whenever we want to, but we're free, and need to like always, be involved into everything. And there I would work with people.
Yeah, that's something you want, no, to help people to heal, and
to
you also
evolve and to the self-optimization path, to live healthy and happy.
And you also have like interest in psychedelic healing, no?
Exactly, that would be the thing.
Yeah,
to have a little like psychedelic healing place where people can just come from the outside world to our bubble, to our world, and experience something else, to like get out of their comfort zone and get out of their usual mindset, and through that gain a different perspective and maybe healing.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like help them, just be the trip sitting person, the guide in a way maybe that offers the space and holds the space and play the music and you know, prepare the people before, help them prepare, and also integrate afterwards. That would be amazing, but not sure. We will get there legally.
Yes, exactly. Well, there are some countries where it is legal to do different types of psychedelic healings.
And here they're also working towards it.
Yeah.
I know it.
That is really cool because I think it's very useful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Maybe not for everybody, but for
some
some people. Like all medicines that we have. It's not like you're taking one medicine every day if you don't need it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I was thinking, how do you see healing overall? Like, what is your view on that? How, like, does it come from more a scientific view or more like a spiritual view, or like, how did you get into this and how did it become important for you?
Many questions at once. First of all, I have to say something about this word healing. It became so like almost abused by this new age movement somehow, which I sometimes by now find a little bit too much already. Because, what is healing? What do we need to heal from? It's a really big question.
Yeah, it is.
Now, if we look at that, it's like, whole philosophy behind it, We all have our families where we grew up with the parents that raised us, and our brothers and sisters maybe. And that's where it started, right? Where some wounds had been created, or some traumas even, and that we carry with us, knowing or not knowing. And at some point in life we might get interested in our in making it obvious, in making it clear what lies beyond the surface, and why we have certain patterns, or why we act that way even if we don't want to. And then when we start to become curious about why we are the way we are, and maybe not fully satisfied the way we act or react, then it becomes the question what lies beyond. And then maybe if we really want to go deep and we really want to change something about ourselves, we have to dive into that. And I think this is healing, to really like look at yourself honestly, and
it's like there's no one else that can really heal you.
No.
You're doing the journey yourself, but then there are like tools that help you
exactly
to open up and go deeper, because
Right.
there is no shortcuts like come here and I heal you.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same with the
And this is what
psychedelics or whatever.
Is that what you mean,
Medicine.
like the new age movement? That
Yeah.
it's a little bit like this,
It
or
seems,
how?
yeah, exactly. It sometimes sounds so easy. Oh, there's healing ceremony here, and just drink ayahuasca there, and you're fine. But it's not true. You still have to do the work. There are just so many different tools that we have access to these days, which is great. But we still have to have an honest intention, and then we have to go all the way. Otherwise, it's just on the surface still, and we won't change too much.
And then we might come to like a great way for self-healing meditation.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Both you and me have this really, how you hold it in our heart.
Meditative heart.
It's been like so important in my healing journey, the meditation, to like go inside, come in contact with the body, and really see what and feel and sit with the body is. Not in the society we are like used to or taught to escape from our emotions.
Yeah.
That is something wrong, or this is something you should not touch, or do this and then you will feel better, or do that. But instead, well, in my experience, just to sit with that feeling, whatever it is, like, and not judge it.
Yeah.
That has helped me, and then, yeah, with the meditation, it's amazing.
Exactly. I feel the same way. That's where it all started with for me, with meditation. Because I started to get interested, and then I took a meditation course with my mother. Back then, like how long
your mother?
ago? With
Really?
my mother.
Oh, that's
It was
so
like
nice. I didn't know
15
that.
years ago, I think, by now.
Yeah. Where was that?
It was in Essen, like close to my hometown, also the city where I studied. We both got it as a Christmas present. So we took that course together, and that really changed a lot of things. Because since I implemented that meditation habit, meditating every morning, every night, yeah, and that is the cue to that way of connecting to yourself. And I got really used to it. So now I miss it sometimes if I don't do it that often, but still, I think this is the most important thing to do, to sit with yourself and find that quiet space inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So important.
Yes.
I feel like if I don't meditate for a few days, I feel much easier ungrounded.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh, what is wrong? I feel like maybe I cannot handle all the energies that is coming towards me so well, which I can do when I meditate and ground myself every day.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Feel the same. Yeah.
And both me and Julia, we have had like such crazy lives. And it's like, I'm really proud of us where we are today. Big changes.
Yes. We were so wild.
Yeah, very,
We really,
wild.
really enjoyed life in a crazy way sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. But
And how do you cope with your challenges today when you have a child, you have a boyfriend that is here, and then like, how do you, when you don't have time to meditate, how do you cope with the challenges?
yeah, I just continue. I just fulfill my tasks, but I miss out on that relaxed state of mind. So I sometimes feel like I'm getting stressed. But luckily I know the cure, which is meditation. I just have to do it and find a moment. But I have to get more satisfied with the less meditation and like make more use out of these short moments where I meditate. But not always the easiest. So.
And you have been many places on the earth meditating.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka, India, Mexico, California. What else places have you been meditating? Like
South America and Central America. Also Europe. I mean, it's just been my companion. So wherever I went, I used to meditate, even at festivals. If you remember, because it just gives me this time out and get centered again. You know, wherever I'm at, I used to meditate.
Yeah.
So I would say that's the most important.
Maybe it is the most important. Like, we cannot say what is the most
For
important
me, at least,
healing tool, but I think we both agree that meditation is the most important.
The basis.
Yeah.
It feels like.
For me, it took me a while before I knew meditation was good for me, but it took a while for to make a habit of it, to make like it constant. And it was not until I made it constant that
Mm-hmm.
I could really start healing from
Yeah.
meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Make healthy habits in life.
yeah.
That's what we were talking about before, right?
Yeah. I wish I recorded our conversation by the
know.
table also.
I know. I was thinking that.
Yes. Maybe it was a bit private, but not.
It was, but we could break it down to this idea that you just said about the cues that leads us to healthy habits,
Yeah.
to improve
Yeah.
ourselves.
Because we have habits now in this present moment that is created from our older self, maybe from the self that was traumatized or wounded or victimized, and then we changed and healed, but we still have these habits because they were created from before. Like, I noticed that this summer that I have a creative habit of making jewelries, which is from my former self. Like, I love making jewelries, but I have this urge of, I also make hats. This is also from before, but I have this urge to to create more, to grow my creativity even more, and to into different areas and fields. I was like stuck in this, making hats and jewelries, and I realized that this creative habit came from my older self. When I needed something to not think, I used it as a medicine, as a way of releasing my feelings, which is great, but I don't want to do jewelries and hats anymore, really. Hats, yeah, so for sure, but not the jewelries. It's not my thing, actually.
No. Okay.
So, and then I was just like, wow, that is so cool. And then suddenly I merge into a different creativity that is just continue growing now, because I stopped that habit that was not actual anymore.
Yeah.
And what else of these habits do we have, actually, that is from our older self, that is not aligning with who we are today?
Yeah. That is a big question to investigate upon with ourselves, right? Because sometimes we just get stuck in our routines and we don't get any further because we just do the same things all over again because we used to do them. But then we need to ask ourselves, what is it that I really want to do? And what is it that I need to do still? And then try to find a good balance and create these habits.
Yeah, exactly. And it made me see something right now, that because we're always talking about you don't go in circles.
Yeah.
And then you may be thinking of the bigger parts of life, like don't travel there again, or don't fall in love again. But we actually have tiny circles in our habits, in our routines, that are even more important. Because we can still...
with that.
Yeah, it starts with that. We change to make sure that everything we do is authentic from who we are now. And then it can grow the ripple effect.
Exactly, and then you finally meet the right person, and then you end up in the right place. I mean, it's always the right place, but then it's maybe not the same pattern that you keep following because you used to follow them 10 years ago and still stuck in there.
Yeah, I'm sure I have some circles I want to quit.
Yeah.
But it's like we have to be nice to ourselves also.
Yeah,
don't judge
ask
ourselves
too much at once,
No.
step by step, and
change one thing,
trust the way.
and then when you manage to change one thing, it will be easier to change the next thing. But to do it all at once, and we don't even know it all at once.
Yeah, sometimes it's just an idea that is the right way and that is not, and sometimes it's just an illusion. But that's also fine to make mistakes, which are not even mistakes, but to go a detour instead of straight.
Yeah.
But
It's
that's life.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and magic.
Yeah.
Magic is so important, to feel the magic in life. I think it's a decision, it's a choice that you make. if you want to call it believing in God or not, but just the, I feel like it's believing in magic. It's something special, it's something more than what we see, and
see the beauty in
see
life.
the beauty in life.
Not just see
That
the,
is magic.
not just see the. I mean, like if I
Hard
look
facts.
out the window here now, we are in Berlin, by the way. I
Yeah.
see like a building, and if you see the negative, oh, I see a building and no trees, or you can see like, wow, the sun is reflecting so beautiful on that house. It looks very warm and nice outside. Like it's two ways to look at it, always.
Always.
And then it becomes magical because you get into like a positive mindset,
That's true.
and then these magical things can appear from
Yeah.
there. Because when you're down and
Yeah.
complaining and shitty, it's not really magical life.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, for me, it's not.
I know it is not. If you're happy, you receive more happiness because you have the perspective, the happy perspective. So then you see the beautiful reflection. You don't see just the concrete building there.
It makes me think of bliss mode forever.
Yeah, I know.
Me and Julia was. It was one summer. We were in bliss like a whole month.
Yeah.
And we called it, are you in bliss still? Yes, I am. That was truly, truly amazing. And it really showed me that this bliss, this, when you find life magical all the time, doesn't just have to be short, it can stay longer time.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be about the big things.
No.
Not like, oh, the vacation, that place. It's like everyday life can be blissful. And if you just remind yourself of that state of mind, once you've experienced it, like fully, you can take it back into your everyday life. And then, much more is possible somehow.
Maybe we should finish with that.
Yes.
What did
I
you
think
say?
bliss mode forever is a perfect
Yes. and
finishing
life,
line.
what did you say? Life, life can be blissful every day, or something like that.
Yes.
Well, it's you heard it, so we can look back on the video and then we will know what you say. This is why it's so great also to record amazing, magical conversations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Julia.
Thank you, Bila.
It was really cool. And it will be more of this. And next time I see Julia, it will be another one.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Let's do it every time now.
Maybe just put up the camera every time we just sit down.
Yeah, and then we use the meaningful
Yes.
things we said.
Yes.
Which we say a lot.
So,
Okay.
yes, thank you everybody for watching. And I hope you like it. And yeah, if you have something to add, please write it in the comments. It would be super appreciate if you want to connect or everything. We are like really looking for, or I am, and you also, but a community for the like-minded, or for the people that want to change their life. They want to heal. They know there is something magical and are searching for that. You're super welcome to make a contact.
To buy the land and invite us.
Oh, or that. Yes. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.